Hey, what's up, everybody? I was at my parents' house this weekend for Mother's Day, and I have a project here that I can't take with me to where I currently live. I live in an apartment right now, so there's no room for this project. But it's something that I had been working on. I got it at the end of high school and worked on it through college off and on, and then stopped about 2 years ago, and haven't been able to put in a lot of time into it. But something I want to get done and get completed, and also try to integrate it into the stream as well. So let me go ahead and show y'all what it is. It's a 51 Willie, a 51 N38 Jeep. It's in pieces right now, so it's the last I got to it. I started to take it apart and paint it. So here's the frame right here. I'm trying to, my phone doesn't let me turn the camera around, so I'm having to do it from this angle here. So yeah, here's the frame here. It's gotten a little muddy. One of my dad's cows got in here and pushed it around while he was muddy and stuff. But yeah, the last thing I did, we got the frame painted. Here's with the front axle, and I got it painted. I had to do some touch up on it. You can see some of the red primer still, and I didn't get around to finishing that. It's all dirty. It's been sitting here for a while now. Here's the back axle. Spiders everywhere. It's all painted as well. It's a spare engine. It's not the actual engine that's on it. It's a spare engine that was next to it. And then here's the body of it. That's the front firewall. So this is where, so here forward would be the engine compartment in this area here. But I mean, it's covered in rust, poor thing. But here's the body of it. Let me get around here. Take this gate down. A little side view of it. And so yeah, here's the body of it and everything. It's the back. This is the back wheel well here. This is where the gas can would go to fill it up. Front seat, just 2 seats in it. The back tailgate. I mean, spiders everywhere. I need to spray this place. Get rid of these spiders. But it's a 51, so it's very, very old. When I got it, it was sitting out in the weather, and I got it underneath the cover at least. So it hasn't gotten too much worse than it was already, or hasn't gotten worse than it was already was. And then here's some more of the panels. This Jeep came apart and all the different panels and everything. So this right here is the front grille. This to the left of it, and back there is the front fenders. These are the covers. I'm kind of having to do this. These are the covers for the axle and whatnot. Dad has chickens, so the chickens have been sitting in here as well. This right here, this is probably the worst rusted spot on the Jeep. Is this tool? There's a toolbox underneath the passenger seat. You can kind of see the opening here. And it's all rusted, and it just water sat there and just deteriorated. And so just deteriorated the metal. So it's got a lot of body work to do. But I think I can get it done once I get it in my own place and in a garage and stuff. But you can see where this little piece here is where I don't know if you can really see it through this gate, but a shovel would sit in the point of the shovel would sit in here, and it would lay right here, and some more spiders. And so it's a military Jeep they had in 51. So I would like to get it fixed up and restore where I can drive it around. So I've taken it to car shows, taken it to military shows. I've talked to a few guys that have these kinds of Jeeps, and they even will do military parades. And up in Dallas, Texas, one of the football games, they'll do a Medal of Honor tribute there, and so they'll actually fly in Medal of Honor recipients and have them have people that have these types of Jeeps and stuff restored, and have them drive those Medal of Honor recipients across the football field. So I think that'd be pretty neat as well. I met a guy that does that a couple months ago, and he's in a really nice Jeep as well. I have some more parts in the shop here. Here's the actual engine. I actually painted this a while back with heat paint that I got from O'Reilly's and stuff, and I shouldn't have done that. I should have done just the regular paint that I painted those that frame width. But this is the actual engine. Again, it's starting to rust just sitting here and everything. And so I actually pulled it and everything so I could take it apart and whatnot. The leaf springs. This is the last thing I actually worked on, was getting those paint ready and prepped. Let's see what else. Here's the transmission. So here's the bell housing. So this connects to the back of the engine there. And it's a little rusty as well. I mean, it's just sitting here, just the rust eats it away here in Southeast Texas. So, but you can see where it's actually surprising nothing's in there. All the gears and stuff. It's a 3-speed, so 3-speed with the reverse. And so this is actually the best thing I feel like. Well, besides the frame that I painted before I started doing the frame. But again, I need to strip this down and just put the same paint that was on the frame. Here's a transfer case here. So this allows it to go into 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive, and also low and high speed. There's a when I first got it, the transmission's 3rd gear did not work. It was all stripped out. What I was told was some kids were driving it and stuff before I got it, or before actually my uncle got it, and then he gave it to me. And they stripped that 3rd gear out, so I actually get the light out of the way. I actually went and replaced that. But then also the high, when you have this in high gear, it'll tend to the transfer case will pop it out without you intending to pop it out of high gear, and so you have to actually like tie it to the frame to keep it in high gear. So that's another. I've looked at diagrams of this thing, and it is nasty looking on how many bearings and roller bearings and gears and whatnot are in this thing. So I really don't want to have to take this thing apart, but I probably will one day. Just not need to, it's nothing that is preventing the Jeep from running. So that's another thing that I had taken apart and stuff and painted. I got different parts around here laying around, just different gears and stuff. Just that rust is a pain in the butt. I hate it and stuff. I know it's not doing too much. I mean, it's doing damage, but not too much damage. It's already been done. So I'm just trying to get it. Eventually, one day, once I get a house and get a garage and stuff, or just somewhere I can, or even a rent house with a garage. That way I can move everything in there and start actually working on it little by little. Well, let's go around here. That's pretty much it, honestly. Like, there's some parts back here. I actually did. Oh, I forgot this over here. There's actually a windshield here that I had bought. It's not actually, the Jeep didn't come with a windshield. I bought this one, but actually this is not the right windshield for that Jeep. So I actually won't be able to use it. And it's missing an arm anyway that connects it to the body of the Jeep, so I'm not going to really worry about it. But you can kind of see I got the hood there at the bottom, different parts, oil pump, oil filter, the manifold, all kinds of different parts over there. The water pump, alternator, whatnot, all that's there. Actually, the water pump's on the engine itself. So that's all the parts that I have for it, and that's kind of the progress that I've made on the Jeep. My big plans for it is like when I do get it out and get it to where I can work on it, because right now I'm 4.5 hours away from it, so I can't really work on it. And if I do come down for a weekend, and I can only work on a few things before I kind of have to just let it sit there, and I really don't want to have to, do that and everything, and have to, worry about what I'm going to do next with it. And so it'd be nice if I just had it at home where I could work on it, a couple hours, maybe a day, or good 8 hours on the weekend and whatnot, and then and stuff. But it'd be, like I said, like kind of back at the beginning of the video where I said I wanted to put it incorporate it into the stream and everything. My big plans would be to have, like, let's say, this is the shop here, and like have cameras mounted up in different corners of the shop where you can see everything, and like have a camera on myself where you can see what I'm looking at, what we're working on, and whatnot. And then and stuff like that. Have alerts in the chat somewhere I could see it, or even just hear different. Like I could pick out different comments within the chat, just and some automated text to talk comes out and just reads a couple messages throughout chat and whatnot. But I think that'd be pretty neat and stuff. I think that would be something unique and interesting, something unique to a streaming platform. So I don't personally know of anything or anyone doing that. So if you actually do want to, if that's not something you haven't thought of before and you're interested in that, hey, feel free to take that and run with it and stuff. So, but that'd be pretty neat and stuff. That's what I've been thinking about. It's just trying to take the you know, have the resources to do that and have the ability to have that Jeep in the shop and everything. And I'm very interested in military vehicles, so like after I'm done with the Jeep, I would like, okay, let's like try to get a military truck in here and work on that and restore it, and then just showing the progress of that as well. Even through YouTube and stuff, make YouTube videos of like, hey, this is the progress we made in the past week. And that way the video of the cameras up in the corner of the shop and everything, where you can see everything you do, I could be able to do like a time lapse of that video. And so, but yeah, it'd be even better, cool. And I guess my ultimate dream with these military vehicles would be pretty cool to have a tank or something and restore that and be able to drive that around and stuff. So, which you can own a tank in Texas, I know that for sure. So it just won't have the gun active, which just kind of sucks, but you know, what are you gonna do? And so, well, I hope you appreciated it. I just kind of wanted to show you all another insight of this video. I did a video similar to this a couple months back about my shooting and everything. So there's another video of another hobby that I enjoy outside of gaming. And so, let me know what you think about my idea of streaming this. Like the video as well. Share it out with any of your friends that do the same thing as that work on these types of vehicles, or any vehicles for that matter. I'm also very interested in getting one of my other I guess dream cars and stuff would be like a 1970s Plymouth Barracuda or something, 71, 72, somewhere in there, and actually restore that and take that to car shows and stuff, or even just drive it around. So, you know, big plans. So, but yeah, I appreciate y'all watching it, and I'll see y'all on the stream later.